Alright, so welcome back for another quick tip tutorial for Adobe Photoshop. And in this video, I'll be showing you on how to create your own lens flare by just using the built-in feature na lens flare in Photoshop. So as you can see here on my screen, I have created a simple lens flare effect, which is I just combine the different lens flare na built-in sa Photoshop and come up with this kind of effect. It's really different from the built-in one, which is makikita nyo mamaya na yung itsura niya is basically I need to tweak it para mas ma-enhance siya or para maging kakaiba yung output niya, similar to this one. Alright, so this is the final composition before I have imported it here on my artwork. There are a bunch of layers and I have tweaked it and enhanced it para mag-come up na ganito yung itsura niya. So to create that, we need to create first a new file and rename it as flare, and also we can resize it to 5000 by 5000 para high resolution talaga yung image natin, and resolution natin is 72. Okay lang kasi we will be just using it for web and not for printing, and press OK. Now it's color white, so we need to color it black, and also we need to convert it to a layer. And also this one I'll be showing you first the destructive way. Color black na yan, but here on filter I select the layer and then go to filter and render and go to lens flare. And for example, this one, I just click that, okay. So, as you can see, okay siya, but from this output, I'm not satisfied on the actual output. Hindi ko na siya pwedeng i-edit pa. So, it's flattened, and if I want to tweak or I want to create another lens flare, all I have to do is just create another block layer and then create another one. Rather than doing that, we need to convert it into a smart object para maging dynamic yung lens flare natin. So I have converted it, and then go to filter and then go to render again, lens flare. And as you can see, for example, this one, kamali ako na tinaasan ko yung brightness. So okay ko lang. As you can see, nag-render siya. But here, when I double click the lens flare, pwede kong i-adjust ulit. And once I press OK, mag-adjust ulit yung lens flare ko, which is very dynamic kasi you can change it as long as you want. Alright, so that's the first step. So now, ang gagawin natin is we will just be play around with the lens flare, different lens flare effect. So first, just double click this again and make it something like this. So there. So center. So ang gagawin ko, ito yung pinaka parang ray of light ko. So to convert it to a ray of light, we will need to adjust it. Select this layer and Control T and adjust it to something like this. But here, as you can see, magkakaroon ng problem. Rather than nag-distort siya, perfect circle pa rin yung output niya. So, to fix that, we need to first undo it and then convert it to smart object again. It's two smart objects now from the single layer. So, when I adjust this, and as you can see now, na-distort ko na ngayon yung lens flare. And now, I can adjust this. So, pwede ko siyang pahabain na ganyan. And I can create a new layer to the back, and there, as you can see, this one we can duplicate to make it different. So I just convert it to screen para yung blending niya. So pwede silang magdikit na ganyan, and pwede ko pang enhance na ganito, or I can also rotate it something like this para mag-change yung look. There. So as you can see, merong artifact dito, or I just want to remove this kind of light na medyo lampas siya or medyo bright. So rather than adjusting it inside, kasi pag in-adjust nyo inside that smart object, all of them will be affected. So I just want to affect this layer. So all I have to do is use the adjustment layer, not the destructive adjustment layer. So here, as you can see, I can choose levels or curves, but here I'll just choose levels, and then need to clip it first to the layer that we want to adjust. So by pressing Ctrl Alt G or Alt and then click it on the middle of the two layers. So now I can adjust it. So pwede ko i-bright, i-lower, and now as you can see, medyo mas lumit na siya, and na-adjust ko na siya. So pwede ko rin gawin yung color red. So as you can see, medyo nagko-color green siya, diba? So pwede ko rin gawin color green or something. you can achieve different colors by just using the adjustment layer. And now what I can do is I can group this, so or convert it into smart object. So depends on you kung paano nyo siya gustong i-enhance. So there, so I just click this as a group para maselect ko siya as a group, and then adjust it here. Now I can create another smart object, which is the filter. So this one, so create another one, and then Alt backspace, and then my shortcut sa keyboard is Control Alt F2, so custom keyboard shortcut to. So I just go to filter and then render lens flare. So next ko is this one. Yan. So I want this kind of effect. Medyo limited yung space ko for this one. So pag hinabaan ko, medyo may lalabas pang different effect here. So to achieve that, all we need to do is, dahil selected to, for example this one, double click ko lang. Okay, and now go to Control Alt C or change the canvas size, and then go to pixels. This one is the 8000 kasi yung width papahabay natin, and yung height is just 2000. Alright, so there, so proceed lang natin. And now I just need to fill it up with black again, and we can now this one adjust it again to convert smart object, and then go to filter and render and then lens flare. So now mas mahaba na yung aking pag-adjust. So for example this one, di ba? Mas mahaba na siya, and gusto kong makuha itong section lang na to. So there, this is the effect that I want. So now I can delete this. Pwede kong i-delete yan, so by just using this masking tool, this one, and brush. So okay lang yan na nabubura yung hindi natin kailangan. And this one, yan, so we'll just create a new layer again, the back, and adjust this one. So there, so now what I can do again is go to levels. I can adjust it na medyo mag-bright and change color, something like this, and yeah. So now I can adjust again the this one. So dahil merong mga lumalabas na artifact na from the original one, just remove it, then save it. And so medyo sometimes it take a while to render or mag-save kasi medyo high resolution yung file natin. So now I have achieved this kind of effect. So I can duplicate this, sorry, this one, Control J, and resize natin. Now pwede kong adjust na ganito. So pwede ko siyang ilagay dito. So litan ko pa, masyadong malaki. Yan. So para magkakaroon na siya ng effect similar to this one. Alright, so there. Now for the center, this one, pwede ko ring litan to, masyado siya malaki. Yan. Then last one ng aking effect for this example is this one, filter, render, lens flare. So this one, and pwede kong achieve na something like this, and okay. So yung ibang layer natin is hindi pa naka screen, so kailangan natin i-screen there. As you can see, pwede ko nang gawin is adjust this one. So gusto nyo i-adjust yung, so I need to convert this first. F2 again, Control Alt F2 para mag smart object, and then para ma-rotate ko siya, so para mag change ng position yung ray of light natin ito. So there, as you can see, now I can also just double click this para pumasok sa loob, and then go to levels and adjust it. So gusto kong liitan ng konti yung nasa loob niya, na ganyan. Pero gusto kong enhance yung color blue. So, kailangan lumabas yung color blue. And, yan, adjust it. Right, so, I'm okay with that. Save it again. And then close it. And now, here, as you can see, pwede ko liitan kasi masyado malaki. Yan. So now, what I can do para retain pa rin yung pagiging dynamic niya, I can group them or convert it into smart object before I import it into my actual artwork. So I can just group this one and name it flare. And para ma-adjust ko dito, so just drag this one and put it here. So there, as you can see, ito yung lens flare ko. So medyo mataas yung quality. So this one, I just convert it into screen. So as you can see, remove ko muna to. So may effect na ako dito kagad, dun pa lang. So what I can do, I just need to adjust this one. So medyo mataas. I'll just resize it. So I can convert it into smart object para ma-resize ko siya. Which is here, again, screen. And then V, Control T, this one. So, pansin nyo malaki kasi it's a high resolution lens flare. So, this one. And now, I can drag it here sa may ilaw niya. And there. So, pwede ko pang actually lakihan siya. Masyadong maliit. Oops. So there. Alright. So, as you can see, you can achieve an effect of a lens flare by just using the built-in in Photoshop. And you can play around and enhance, and you know the basics now on how to enhance it, to manipulate and other stuff para come up kayo much better than this one. So this is just an example on how powerful the built-in lens flare na makapag-achieve kayo ng different kinds of effect. So play around with it and hopefully you can come up, and also you can share it on my fan page para din makita ng ibang mga users natin. Alright, so see you on my next screencast. If you have questions and other stuff, don't forget to like this video or comment here on the video itself. Alright, so see you on my next screencast.